Apologize for the late post today, but today's gospel reading is from Matthew again, chapter 21, verses 23 through 27. And as always, I will be doing the explanation of the Holy Gospel according to the blessed Theophylact, who is an archbishop from the 11th century of Bulgaria and Ohrid. And when he was come into the temple, the chief priests and the elders of the people came unto him as he was teaching, and said, By what authority dost thou these things? Doest thou these things, and who gave thee this authority? And Jesus answered and said unto them, I will also ask you one thing, which if ye tell me, I in likewise will tell you by what authority I do these things. The baptism of John, whence was it? From heaven or of men? And they reasoned with themselves, saying, If we shall say, From heaven, he will say unto us, Why did ye not believe then? But if we shall say, Of men, we fear the people. For all hold John as a prophet. And they answered Jesus, and they said, We do not know. And he said unto them, Neither tell I you by what authority I do these things. So that was the whole verse. So the explanation here from the blessed Theophylact. Full of spite that he had expelled the peddlers from the temple, the teachers of the law approached and asked him such things as these. Who are you to cast out from the temple those who do business there? As a priest do you do this, but you have no priestly office. As a king then? But neither are you a king, and even if you were, you would not have the authority to do such things, for it is not permitted for kings to do these things in the temple. They were questioning the Lord in this manner, so that if he should say, By my own authority I do them, they could accuse him of insurrection, because that he said that he had his own authority. But if he said, I do these things by divine authority, they would draw away from him the multitudes who were praising him as God, telling them, Look, he is not God, but he does these things by God's authority as a servant. How then does Christ, who is himself wisdom, respond? He seizes the sophists in their cunning, and asked them the same questions concerning John, so that if they said the teachings of John was from heaven, their rejection of John's teachings would mark them as enemies of God. But if they said that the teaching of John was of men, they would be in danger from the multitudes, for they all considered John a prophet. The Lord shows us here that we ought not to answer those who question with malicious intent, for he himself did not reply to those Jews who questioned him with cunning, although he was not at a loss for an answer. At the same time, we learn that it is not Christ's nature to extol himself. Behold, then, the Lord who is able to say by what authority he does these things, but does not say, lest he appear to extol himself.